You keep second guessing yourself on that argument you had with your partner or the ongoing issues. Is it you? Is it them? Were you wrong for saying what you said or doing what you did, or was it justified, right? And you just can't land the plane on if you're making the right decisions or not. So you stay still, you stay in the middle. So I'm going to tell you right now how to know if you're the problem or not in your relationship. And I'm going to make this real simple for you. If you are bringing negativity to your relationship for any reason, I don't care if you feel it's justified or not, you are part of the problem. Let's just be on the same page with that. Reason being is because negativity never produces positivity. Yeah, you can take a negative moment or experience and try to pull something positive from it or learn something positive from it, right? Learn better, know better, do better, to kind of an analogy. But negativity itself is negative in its vibration, in its frequency. It does not produce positivity, just like the reverse doesn't work, right? And in your relationship, it is always your job to come to serve and bring something that is positive, because it's your job to pour love into your relationship. Even in the toughest times, in the roughest moments, and when your partner is doing the craziest things, they need love the most to get it back to a healthy, healed space, right? Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean if your partner's doing some super toxic stuff and maybe even dangerous stuff towards you or whatever, that you just, go try to just love on them. No, you have to be cautious and protective of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. But you don't have to go guns blazing to fight fire with fire. That's when you're adding more of what you don't want into the equation. So the simple rule you should be following, that I've said in other videos, is always lead with love, right? Meaning how you show up and you're proactive towards your partner. Maybe you bring something to them or you address them on something. Did you say whatever you said in a loving way? Was your demeanor a loving demeanor? Did it have, was it inviting? Was the energy you carried, was it a loving energy? Was it positive vibes, right? Was the tonality something that felt welcoming or productive or constructive? Because look, you can even be stern and assertive and still have care in your voice, still have, intentionality towards something positive and not something that's more destructive or just critical or criticizing and tearing them down. There is a difference. But then also asking yourself, is the way I responded with love, right? Maybe my partner came at me kind of crazy or whatever. And maybe I need to check them and put my foot down and say, hey, don't talk to me like that. But was it still with endearment of, hey, love towards them? Or, hey, trying to understand them? Or was it immediately just defensive and just negative back? And was it a lash out back? And was it a blow up back? Was it, oh, you got me messed up, so I'm going to tell you something about yourself? And you went in and started talking wild to them because it was justified, right? You were right to do it. Being right in a relationship or being justified doesn't equate to the healthy results you want, just to make sure we're on the same page there. So always lead with love, meaning how I approach and how I respond. Now, what you're going to do to see how much you may or may not be being a part of the problem. And if you do recognize that, hey, I am bringing some levels of negativity to my relationship, because look, there's nothing to be ashamed about, nothing to kick yourself about. It's about awareness, so you can make an adjustment, make a change to get the results you want. And the more you make a change, then oftentimes you'll inspire your partner, or at least it gives you more of the advantage on the side of, hey, if I've been doing my part consistently and not being a part of the problem, and your partner has consistent moments that continue on, or where they're being a part of the problem on their own, then now it helps you more to be able to pull that out to them and address them on that and hold them accountable to it without them being able to use the good old term of, oh, well, you do it too, or, yeah, you did that as well. And that's also why the whole eye for an eye or retaliation thing doesn't work, because your partner could be dead wrong in a situation and doing something that's really unhealthy, and you could be completely justified in responding to them aggressively as well. But once you do that, you allow them to start using the excuse, as crazy as it may sound, that you're doing it to you whenever they were the culprit first, to say, well, you do it back. Then it becomes the whole chicken or the egg thing, and they start trying to double down because you're fighting fire with fire. So if you really want to land the plane on how much you are contributing to the problem in the relationship, if you are contributing anything at all, is for a week straight, 7 days, what I want you to do is focus on only leading with love, meaning you are not allowed to approach, be proactive with, or respond or react in any way that is negative for 7 days. Has to be all positive. Whether it's something you need to respond to that they did that was negative, or something you're feeling frustrated about that you need to address with them, it has to be in a loving way. How you say it, the energy you bring, the demeanor, the tonality, all of it has to be positive. You're not allowed once to be negative. And so what this is going to do is throughout this week, any moments you catch yourself with a reflex to be negative, or you catch yourself, getting more agitated and speaking in a tone or a certain way that you identify with as negative, that's your signs of how you're contributing to the problem. Those are your little areas to be aware of that you need to work on. Because look, your partner may have a lot they need to work on as well, but hey, you can't control them. You can only control your actions. And you feel more confident, reassured, and clear on your decision-making abilities when it comes to conflict and whether you're right or wrong, and what to do about it, and how long you should stay in a relationship. Whenever you have dotted your I's and crossed your T's and you're not being a part of the issue anymore, it's on them at that point. But it's hard to say that unless you've been doubling down on just being positive no matter what. And if you and your partner don't usually have some sort of negative moments, maybe across a week, okay, then extend it to 2 weeks. If there's still issues that you guys are navigating, but you have like week stints to where you don't have any issues or whatever, fine. Extend that rule across 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks if you can. Heck, if you can go a whole month, that'd be awesome. Just positivity, right? And anytime you notice you reacting or responding or approaching in a way that has negative vibration in it, it's not something that feels positive to you, that's when you know that's your contribution to the issues. If you genuinely, seriously, and honestly do this across a week, I guarantee you it's going to reveal a lot to you that puts you in an empowered position to do something about it and change it. That will ultimately start to get you either better results in your relationship, or over time show you that you're in the wrong place with the wrong person and get out of that relationship to make way for the person that is right for you. Either way, you're going to win. Let's get it.